Alright, welcome back everybody. I'm going to go into the tower for the first time, just continuing off right where I was. So the tower is up this way. This sign says no boys allowed, but I am now a man, so I get to enter. And ooh, what's this? Aren't you a monster tamer? Hey, don't be frightened, I'm not your enemy. What do you want? Are you going in alone? Yes I am. You can't take this by yourself right now. You have a magic collar, don't you? I can smell it. Believe it or not, I once used to be a familiar for a great monster tamer. But my master passed away, and now I'm a lonely familiar. Oh, what a sad story. And people want me to have nothing to do with me since I know the human language. Well, quite obviously. But I can't lower myself to become a monster now. They just live by instinct. You can put your collar on me if you like. Alright, we can use all the help we can get, why not? Great, from now on you are my master. Give me a name. And in honor of my friend who got me my headset, we're gonna go with the classic and never forgotten Foo. Foo. I think my old master gave me the same name. By the way, I'm Cole, not Mr. Cool, thank you. Yes, Master Cole, you're a beginner, aren't you? I can tell. Okay, I'll teach you many things about the tower, let's go. He will not teach you as much as I will be able to teach you, because he's a noob. First time in your tower, the first floor will always be the same, second floor will always be the same, and then I think after that it's random. But when you go into the floors any other time, first floor will always will be randomly generated, second floor will always be the same, and then the rest of the floors will be randomly generated as well. But they all follow schemes. So it's what you see on the floor, that type of floor scheme goes for floor 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 switches up. You'll be able to see that, and that's the way it rolls. So this is basically the tutorial, and he will tell you things, but I'm just going to skip what he says, because I'll be able to tell you what he's going to tell you, and I'll be able to do it faster, and I won't do it in like weird voices. Alright, so menu button. This is menu. You gotta look at me, you gotta look at him. And you get items. I have nothing but this fruit, which will give 50 MP to my familiar. I have monster select, which I already have out. Lineup, so you can tell him where to go, what to do. Right now he's backing me up with magic, and he looks like he's right there, which is fine, we'll keep him there. Fuse, if you have 2 monsters, because later you can get 2 collars, you can fuse them together and unlock special hidden traits, and depending on the monster you fuse them with them, other special traits. So there's this creature that has a really high defense, but it will only be unlocked after you fuse it with a monster. There's commands, so you can tell him what to do now. If I want him to stay, he can stay. That comes in play later. And at feet, if you're on an item you can't pick up but you still want to use the at feet command. So this game is actually turn-based. Thank you. I know how to do that already. Okay. Yes. Thank you. All these spaces, every single time I move or attack, is 1 turn, and you can hold circle to go faster. Now he's explaining the map. The map is the giant thing I can bring up here. One second. Let me skip all he says. I am yellow. He and other monsters are red. And then where I've seen is green. So one thing you do is travel really fast in this game. So this is the first item. It's going to be a fireball. And it's a ball that has magic inside. You can use this magic in the ball, blah 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 blah. But after you've used all the magic, it will be gone. So if I went to use, it would shoot fire in a straight line until it hit something, or it would not hit something. And a copper sword I can now equip. And skip all this dialogue. Yes, he's explaining. So basically how the weapons go is this is a copper sword, attack +2. There's a chance that if I put it on it could be cursed. We'll have automatically -1, so it'll be 1 attack instead of 2. And I won't be able to take it off if it's cursed. But what you can do later is you find these sands, and these sands will upgrade +1 to your equipment. Your equipment can get better. Your level resets every single time you come out of the tower, so your equipment levels can stay the same. Now, Now he's telling me how to pick up things without stepping on it, like so. Whoops, not like so. And then I can throw it if I want. Takes a turn. What was I saying? So there's also ways that your weapon can deteriorate. If you step on a rust trap and your weapon is rustable, it will rust. Wood will not rust. Staves will not rust, but staffs or rods, or whatever they're called, cannot be upgraded with sands. And that was my first egg. It's going to be a Palumpa, which is like the weakest character or creature in the game. So now he's explaining. So I have a choice. I can hatch it right now if I wanted to. And the only reason I really do that is to sacrifice a creature and get out of the tower, because there's only 3 ways to get out of the tower, and I'm just all over this place like this guy is as well. I was talking about equipment, and I'm going to continue to talk about equipment. So there are staves and certain types. One sword in particular called the gold sword. Gold cannot rust, so you can use a gold sword and upgrade it, so it will not rust if you get rust. Step on rust trap, but gold starts with the power of 1, so you kind of want to hold on to your red sands and find a gold sword first to make it better. And there's a couple types of shields that won't rust as well. There's leather, there is wood, diamond shields, which automatically start with the best attack rating, which I think is 8 or 6. And then there's a mirror shield, which starts with 1, can't rust, but can reflect spells. So I'm going for a mirror shield and a gold sword, so I don't have to worry about them rusting. So yeah, now he's explaining something I should explain. You attack higher damage if you're above someone, and you also take more damage if you're underneath someone and do less damage as well. So that's the way she would go. That is my first creature. That's a Palumpa. And he's gonna give me magic here, and we're gonna miss. That is a great way to start any game off, is to miss. So I know I'm gonna be able to kill it one shot, and I don't want him to help me, so I'm gonna tell him to stay and just smack the guy, because he was water type, he's fire type. And wow, there's a lot to explain. Okay, he is fire type. That is why there's that red circle. There's 3 types. There's fire, there's earth, and there's water. Fire beats earth, earth beats water, water beats fire. That is the way it goes. I didn't write the game script, so I can't do anything. He's talking about how you can wait turns to make my health go up. My health is that little thing on the bar where it says 1 floor, or 1F, and then 1 is my level, and then 14 out of 16 is my health, and then that 0 up there is actually gold pieces, and I have not picked up any gold yet. So he's talking about magic, MP. I don't have MP. Creatures do. Every single time they assist you with spells, depending on what spells they assist you with, their MP will go down. Every time they attack, their MP will go down. Depending on what type of creature they are, the more MP will be used when they attack as well. Also, just waiting still will make their MP go down. There are certain ways to make their MP go up, such as the pita fruit I have. Also, if you find herbs, you don't need like a herb which will enable your eyesight, and it's got a certain name I can't remember right now, but I don't really keep those with me, but you can feed those to your familiars and it will give them some MP back. I think it's like 2 or 3 or maybe 4. So that is the way that goes. This is an elevator, and I'm gonna skip everything he says. This is an elevator. This is what we want to find on the floor to go up. Or something I'm not going to take advantage of now. You can wait, and if you wait long enough, there will be earthquakes, and then after 2 earthquakes, all the floors will start to fall apart, and then if the room you're standing in, the floor falls apart in it, it will just teleport you to the next level. You can do that if you're grinding for experience, just as your character. You can do it with your monsters too, but their MP goes down, so I wouldn't suggest to do it while you have them with you. Now what this whole quit thing is it enables you to save while in the castle, or while in the tower, but this is risky because if you die, you lose everything, and if you die while using this, the save will be deleted. So I usually don't do it, and if I do, I make sure I save on a different file. So that's the way it goes. Wow, there's just a whole bunch to talk about. The whole goal of this game per se is to not jump on a bomb trap and hurt myself. Is to get to the top floors. And I think there's 50 floors. And don't tell me I'm gonna die to a noise. Okay, thank you. Oh, I guess I should explain experience. Okay. Those little stars, we're same level, so we have the same amount of experience. Those stars are the experience. So, the more, of course, the higher level you are, the more experience it takes to level you up. And right there, just taking advantage of the height, because it's also a turn-based game. So that's our first gold pieces. 23, impressive. I can feed my family with that, which is the point of this game. You want to make yourself better off in life, and you do that by going into this tower and you find items, you make the city better. I mean, you're just a giant, great, lovable guy that improves everything in the city. And the point of the game is when you get up to the higher floors, basically, without giving anything away, you fight some dude. This dude's all like, I'm not gonna die, and then you kill him anyways. And that is a good shield, so we're gonna put it on. But yeah, so there's a point to the game, is to get to the higher floors. So this is live shield. It's not a bad shield. I won't upgrade it because it can rust. It will sometimes retaliate when it's hit. So if someone does damage to me, I have the possibility of doing damage back. I'm not sure if you can gain experience this way, and I did not mean to have him help me with magic there. Because I'm wasting his MP because he won't add any damage. Because he is fire type, and that Palumpa is water type. Now, this guy, however, a troll, is fire type, so he will take extra damage from the spell. Slight, I think it's like 1 extra damage, but at this point, extra damage is extra damage. There's a lot of different items I picked up, and there's a lot of explaining. I will explain when I use an item for the first time, of course. The way I like to do the maps is I go on the outside, and then I check if there's any rooms on the inside. I can check. I like to check all the rooms before I go up the floor, because what if you miss something special? And what I touched on before, one of the special things I'm looking for is a wind crystal. That is one of the 3 ways you can get out of the tower. And yeah, there, right there. Okay, yes, you can take it. You will get experience if someone dies because of your shield reflected damage. Right, so there's 3 ways to get it out of the tower. 1 is to die. That is the worst way. You'll lose all your items. Don't want that happen. Second way is to use a wind crystal. There's 3 types of crystals. There's water, there's fire, and then there's a wind, which would be the earth part. So wind crystals will send you back home. Fire crystals summon a salamander, which will fight for you for a bit, and water will heal all your monsters and give them full MP. The other way, to get out of the tower is to use a special apple, which will appear blue. It's called an Olim, and what it does is sacrifice a creature and it'll allow you to escape from the castle. This cannot be used on Fu, because Fu is special. He will not eat these apples, but you can accidentally give them to any other creature if you don't know what they do, which could suck. Or you can use it, let's say I didn't want that Palumpa in my inventory right now, I really needed to get out of the tower, I could use the Palumpa and sacrifice it. And yeah, explaining, there's a lot that you will not be able to catch up on right away, and I will be I should have used gold magic again. I'm just going to do it again because that guy has 26 health, I know that. Right now, the game is a lot harder than necessary. This game is unforgiving too. If I go up to anywhere... bombs, traps. If I go anywhere up to floor 8 or higher, I'm probably going to have to stop going because it will be intensely hard. Right now, I have a copper shield, and that's it. That's all I got. A copper sword working for me, and a level 3 monster. So... not going great so far. Ooh, what's this? That is a Leon fruit and a Lave fruit. They all do different things. One, I think, will... ooh, that is a special item. Okay, so this bag right here are special things I want to look out for. It could be a blue sand, a red sand, or a white sand. If it's a white sand, I'm going to get angry. It's a red sand. Awesome. What that will do is temper the sword. So it'll add +1 to Copper Sword, which will then upgrade the Copper Sword to 3 damage, but I'm not going to do that with the Copper Sword because they can rust. We don't want any copper oxide on this. There's our Wind Crystal. Make sure we use that before we die. And I don't think this holds anything else for us, but we'll run down here. We should probably grind a little bit and kill some monsters. 1 away. Trolls have 13 health, and I was 1 away from killing it. So, I think how this is gonna go is, let's say in a later video I make it to floor 23, and then for 6 times in a row I don't make it past up to floor 24. I'm just gonna cut them out. There's no reason yet to see me walk through every single time I walk through the tower. I will show you if I find anything awesome, extremely uber, because it will be just doing the same thing. That's the, oops, crap. That's the one thing this game can do, is get monotonous. And I think I mentioned that. Really? 1 away from his health again. So, because you are just really doing this for a long time. But there's a lot of side quests and things to do in this game. Thank you. Such as there are 7 different romances you can have in this game, and you can have them all at the same time. One's not really a romance because it's your little sister, but you can get your little sister to like you, and that is something I'm going to be showing. And there's different things you have to do for every single one. So yeah, you gotta be a little Mac Daddy in this game, which is like the opposite of me in real life. So maybe that's why it tunes to me so much. Who knows? Who knows? This is just, I have been rambling and my throat is getting sore, but this is a testament to the fact that I need to start doing longer commentaries. And poison will probably be the death of you more than once in this game, because it lasts until you or rather have 1 HP or it takes off half your health from when you get poisoned. So if you're not even at half health, it'll still hurt. And if this thing hits me and if I miss, this is going to be over. Awesome, I even have a medical herb in my pack sack. I just didn't feel like using it. Slow trap. Fortunately, the trap did not work. Good, because if I was slowed and then some monster came in that room, I would have just used the Wind Crystal and said bye. I'm not really showing it, but this game, you have to use craft. You have to be craft in this game. You have to be smart on the way where you go and how you use your items. Like I have a flame ball, which I picked up before, and I could have used this flame ball to help me in any of my situations instead of dying. So you want to always give these seeds, which are rare. Actually, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna throw away something that I don't need, like this Gulf wand. These seeds will level up your monster fully. So if he's almost leveled up, you probably don't want to use it right away. But hey, you can do whatever you want. But there's a trick to this game. Ooh, nice. Where if you... Actually, I'll give that... Yeah. If you keep 3 of one item in your safe back at home, that item will appear more in the towers. Ooh, okay, that could have been worse. That is one of the worst traps too. Traps in these games, like I said, this game's unforgiving. There's rush traps, which would be a problem if I didn't roll with gold swords. But these warp traps, if you warp somewhere else, your creature does not know what to do. He'll just walk around and you're gonna have to put him on AI setting to fight back, or else he's gonna die. And you might die anyways, and then you'll be without a monster. So traps in general are just really bad. I've had some happen at like the worst opportunities. And I am on a poison ball. Poison ball, not so good. Poison enemy will take like 3 damage every turn. When you're dealing 15 damage like I am, it doesn't really matter at that point, unless you get him off from very far away. And yes, there's critical hits in this game, and this is how the critical hits go. You need a critical hit to survive or kill this monster in 1 shot, you're not going to get it. This monster has 1 life, oh, let's critical hit. And is usually how this goes, because it's an RPG, and that's how RPGs are. Oh, that's not what I meant. These guys have 23 health? 20 health? Somewhere around there. Yeah, not saying too much now. I think I'm kind of done talking. I'm not sure how long this has been going for. I think I'll get up to floor 6, and then I might just say goodbye and continue on anyways. I guess, maybe, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows what I'm doing? Mysterious. I was explaining the game at one point. Oh good, thank you. Yes, enemies can cast spells too, that's why I like mirror shields. This game only gets harder and harder, and there's certain, like, there's check marks to the game. Like, on floor 6 to 8 is creatures that will give you 15 experience, and then you go to floor 10, where the monsters are all volcanic, all fire types. They will start giving you up to 61 experience. So it jumps, but they jump in difficulty too. Like if you're not prepared on those floors, then you're gonna get owned. And then right after that, there's like one of the worst creatures in the game you don't want to fight against, called a Kraken. But we'll see that when we get there. But like I said, there are really landmarks in the game where the creatures just amp up. Like 423, the creatures amp up definitely a lot more than when you get to the volcanic part. So this game is difficult. It's going to take me a while to beat it. On my other save, I've probably gone into the tower, I think, around 20 times, and the highest I've made it is floor 28. And I think I should talk about this creature. This is a Manova, and I don't think I should be using this Foo's Fire to help me. The Manova is one of the best creatures to get I wouldn't miss. To get as a familiar itself, because it has many uses. Manovas have a chance to split when they're hit, because they're single cell organisms, or some do hit you like that, and they're a little difficult. This is probably this one will take like one hit for me because it's a clone of the other one, or not. Wow, I forget how weak you are in the game, especially with a copper sword. So yeah, that was a Manova. I want to find an egg of a Manova egg, but I probably won't be able to. And if I use this on my feet here, I can check out that monster egg, and it's a Palumpa, because it's always a Palumpa. Yay, Palumpa! And I really don't want to deal with this dude, so I'm going to use a Binding Ball, which will paralyze him, if it works, and it does. So now I can just beat up on him. Yeah, assault. Assault's always fun. And he's not dazed anymore, but I think it's one more hit, or not. 6 damage is intense. God damn. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna die. Right now. Oh, okay, yeah, use the fire attack for the weak one, because that makes sense. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to be using that wind crystal to go home pretty soon. That's basically how it goes for your first time in the tower. And he survived that somehow. But I'm not gonna complain, even though this is me post-complaining. Okay, goodbye. This is the first time in the tower. Thanks for joining me. I'll show you what happens, how that all goes when we get home. Oh, hi, Cole. So you have a choice of rather selling your items right here, or just sleeping. But usually sell your items, but right now you kind of want to visit the shop, so you can have the romantic choice with the shopkeeper. So I'm gonna stay on home. Of course, because you can only take up to 5 items and familiars with you when you entering the tower. Go to the general store and sell everything you don't need. Yes, that actually sometimes failed to mention. You can only carry 5 items with you to the tower, combined of anything, so... Yeah, I know you'll keep items in the safe for me up to 10. Right now, when you upgrade your house, you can get up to 20. Get up! And she kicks you in the head again. And then your little sister's there to bother you as well. Good morning, Nico. It's almost high noon. Hurry and get up. Here. Get up. Ah, the master bedroom. There's only one bedroom in the house. Where's the mom and the daughter sleep? I don't know. Maybe they sleep in here, which here is the monster hunt, and 24 spots is very, very low amount of room. Because on my other save, which, like I said, it was probably the best I've ever had, I was finding 2 monster eggs every single time I went into the tower, and I was finding at least 1 sand that wasn't a white sand every single time I went into the tower, which is insanely good and lucky. And if my luck levels out, then this playthrough is going to be really horrible. I'm going to die like 10 times. So. Don't mention it. He'll never get up until I get a good kick into him. Oh, what a nice friend. So, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to drop all 3 of these items off into the safe. Then I'm going to save. And then next time I will sell stuff at the general store. Mr. Isaac. Oh yes, that's right. Our first quest is on our way. Oh, and also, if you say I'm off to the tower, she will give you a pita fruit every single time. So, I've got a favor to ask. Open the safe for me. Yes, I am, mother. She reminds me of my mother. Well, not really, actually. And we can check items in the safe. There's our items, we can sort them. There we go. And I'll be that. And yes, I want you to save for me. Slot 1. Okay, so 24 times. And all those chicks on the bottom, those are my girlfriends. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So almost 21, almost a full day on my other save. But this is the save that we're gonna save on. And the noise is echoing, and I know that'll show up in the recording because emulators are emulators. So, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.